Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So in today's video I am going to show you my process of writing an English literature university level essay. So I've got my midterm for my current English module and I'm starting writing and planning it today, so if you want to see how I go about it, continue watching, and do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow my other social media links down below, especially my Instagram. I put quite a few pictures up from university if you're wondering what university life is like. So let's get into it. So the first step at my uni when doing one of our summative essays, which means one that is marked and is going towards our end of year mark, the overall that we get a list of questions that we can choose from. So this essay is on my Politics of Desire module, so it's all Romeo and Juliet, Wuthering Heights, that kind of thing. So we've got 8 questions to pick from. I'm just trying to figure out how to turn this camera around. Hang on. I'll be back with you in a second so I can show you my laptop screen. So as you can see here, we have 8 different questions. Personally, I am going for the top one, which is suffering is the practice of love itself, discuss. So the first step I would take now is to decide which text I'm doing, which obviously I have already decided, and I'm doing Romeo and Juliet, and then I'm going to pick one of the stories from Ovid's Orpheus. So basically, because of the strikes, university strikes, if you didn't know, in the UK, some lecturers are striking because their pensions are going to be cut, but it means that we haven't had all of our lectures so far on this. So I've only had 1 lecture on Romeo and Juliet when I should have had 2, but I did do it at GCSE and I wrote about it in my A-level exam, so I do know enough about it. And then I'm going to do Orpheus because we did have all of our lectures and also our seminar on that as well, but I'm about to pick which one of the stories within it I want to focus on. So I'm going to pick, I think I'm either going to go with the very first one, which is Orpheus and Eurydice, just the starting one where she gets bitten by a snake. FYI, there may be spoilers for stories in here, so please do excuse. Okay, so I've decided that I am going to go for the first story in Orpheus, which is Orpheus and Eurydice, which is basically when they've just got married and then she gets bitten by a snake and dies, and then he can't live without her, so he goes to what is effectively hell, tries to save her, is given a chance to save her, and then kind of fails a little, very easy but also very difficult task, and loses her again. So that's what I'm going to go with, because also I feel like it's quite similar to Romeo and Juliet, so there's a lot to compare between the two. Not similar, but there's love and death involved, so it's kind of the same. Also, please excuse the fact that I'm just in a hoodie and stuff. It's been snowing all day and it's been freezing in England the last few days, week, 2 weeks, so I'm just snuggled up and being all warm. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I am at home. We are currently on a reading week, which is a week that we get off to read or write essays, as I am doing, which is why I'm at home, because why not? No one else is really at uni, because most of my friends have reading week, whether it's friends from my course or my flatmate Emma is in geography and they do reading week too, so there's not that many people at uni, so I thought I'd come home. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. That isn't really part of this video. Anyway, I'm going to now go through Orpheus and Eurydice. That was a really, really lovely face just pulled. But basically, we got printed off. Our school printed this off for us. By school, I mean my department at uni printed off Orpheus and Eurydice for us, and it's all all of our texts that aren't books kind of in here. So I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to highlight the quotes that I think I'll want to use and start coming up with some ideas. Yeah, you also need to decide what stance you're going to take on topics. So I'm going to, on the question even, not topics. So it's about suffering as a practice of love itself. I don't necessarily agree, but I don't disagree. So I'm going to do a little bit of both in there, and come to a conclusion at some point. Okay, so now I have reread Orpheus and Eurydice and kind of picked out some quotes and got a few more kind of like ideas flowing through my head, I'm now going to look for some kind of like academic writing on both Romeo and Juliet and Orpheus and Eurydice, or like Suffering is a Practice of Love, that kind of thing. So in this bit you really want to find like actual academic things, because I've done it before where I've just done a Google search and it wasn't good enough. So I like to start off on my university library, because we have loads of stuff online on there, but we can also see like if there's anything in the library itself that we can then pick out. Obviously I'm not anywhere near where I am at university at the moment, so I'm just gonna have to do online. So on mine I just go on to our intranet and then click on libraries and then go on a thing called library search. So I assume that it would be similar with other people's unis. I don't really know if it differs from, well obviously it would differ from uni to uni, but anyway, so I'm going to do that. But if your uni doesn't have its own like library online, then there are websites such as JSTOR or Google Scholar that you can find, lights just come through the window, that you can also find things on as well. Also, if my nose is like red and my eyes look a bit watery, it's because I've got a cold. Also, that might be why I sound a bit bunged up. But yeah, anyway, if your uni doesn't have an online library that has academic essays, journals, etc. in, yeah, go on JSTOR or Google Scholar, or there are plenty of other websites like it as well. They're just the ones that come to mind right now. So for me, this is what mine looks like. So we've got all the different libraries. Anyway, I'm just going to come down here, library search, and it will open a little library tab. I've also just been doing some Googling on Hades and Proserpina. I don't really know how to pronounce her name, because I'm pretty sure that in our lectures they were calling her like Prosperina, but that is not how it's spelled. Just because they're in the story and I wanted to get a bit more back information on them, because I can't entirely remember everything that was said in the lectures. Obviously you want to avoid Wikipedia at all costs, because anyone can edit Wikipedia. Anyway, so on my library search, I'm then going to type in, I'm going to just type in Hades and Proserpina, just to see if there's anything on them. I don't think there is going to be anything on them. I'm going to click View Online, Open Source in New Window. So it's opening it in a different tab, hopefully. It should come up and then I'll be able to look at it. Anyway, and then just going to go and search for Orpheus and Eurydice as well. I think there'll be more on them. I find these like ancient names so difficult to know how you're meant to pronounce them. Like, it's really not very obvious. There's lots of stuff about opera, which obviously I could not really care less about. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be doing, is just scrolling through looking for some academic essays that I can use as references. Also, please don't mind my popcorn over here, just having a little snack. Yeah, so since I last updated you, it's been, sorry, I'm trying to like figure out lighting. It's been about an hour and I've only just found one like academic journal article that I can actually use. All the others I found so far, I haven't really been able to find anything. So I just wanted to stress that like it takes time to find the academic journals, so don't ever leave your essays till the last minute. I've still got well over a week with this one, but I have taken an hour to find one like essay that I can use in my essay. So I'm going to get down to reading this properly and finding some quotes that I can use. And don't forget to either save the page you're on so that you can find it to reference it later, because obviously you have to reference, or write down all the things you need for referencing whilst you're in it at that moment. Okay, so I have now found probably enough like academic studies, and that took me a while because it's now actually starting to get dark outside. Like it is dark outside. Anyway, I am just starting to reread Romeo and Juliet to find my kind of quotes for it, because I haven't read it in a while, but I kind of do know what I'm looking for, so it shouldn't take me too long. And then I've kind of started thinking about the points I'm going to make as well. So I've got like my first point and my introduction planned ready, so I just need to yeah, pick my quotes from Romeo and Juliet and then narrow down my quotes from my research and also Ovid's Orpheus as well, to decide which ones I'm actually going to put in my essay. Okay, so it is now the following day and I'm still working on my essay. I am going to finish reading Romeo and Juliet to find my quotes, but I was about to leave the house to post a card and it's a full-on like snow flurry outside, so I guess I will be sitting and reading until that's passed so I can go and post this card. So it is now day 3 of writing this essay and I am just finalising like my plan. So I'm just working out which quotes from references and which quotes from the 2 texts I want to put in, and then I am going to start actually writing it. So I will see you in a bit once I've started writing. Just gonna say, so the way I'm figuring out which quotes is I've kind of picked what kind of points I want to put, and then I'm just like going through my highlighted quotes, and then like my reference quotes that I've picked out and highlighting the ones that I want the most, and then just kind of like popping them down on my plan, and then I'm going to rewrite out my plan with like the actual quotes in, because at the moment I'm just writing like who wrote them and what page number they're on, but they will have the proper quotes in so it's easier to write when I get to it. So I'm now on to day 5 of writing my essay, and I kind of forgot to show you what I was doing yesterday, but I basically finished doing a really detailed plan which has quotes I'm going to use, kind of points I'm going to say, and then also like the references I was going to use. I just got an email this morning. My hair is bloody mess. Why, I've already brushed it. Just got an email this morning from uni, even though my school currently doesn't have this week at uni because it's reading week. The university like buildings, including the library, have been shut for the last 2 days because of the snow, because it's basically affected the whole of the UK, including where I go to uni. So we've been given 3-day extension on our essays, which is kind of good because I wrote my introduction and point 1 yesterday, and basically I've written 1,000 words and I still have 2 more points to go and a conclusion, and I'm only meant to write 1,600 words, so I'm going to have to like write it all and then cut it down like a lot, so that might take a few days. So I'm happy that we've got 3 more days to write it. Obviously that doesn't normally happen, it's just because of the snow. I can't tell whether I'm happy that it snowed and that's happened, or whether I just want the snow to go because it's so cold outside, and then there's like a storm with the snow which took the roof off of our shed last night. Luckily it didn't damage anything else that our neighbours garden. So yeah, it's very cold outside and windy. So I'm going to get on with the rest of my essay and I'll show you maybe a bit how much I've done, where I've got to today. So I am now on day 6 of writing this essay, although I got all of the writing done yesterday, but one of my friends came over and she kind of sat with me while I did it, which is why I didn't vlog any of it. But I'm currently on 2,867 words, which means I've basically got 1,200 words to cut from it, because the word limit was 1,600. So this is going to be a fun day of trying to like make my sentences tighter and stuff so it actually fits into the word limit. So I am back at uni now, and on the coach here I went through my finished work that was, you know, well over the word limit, and I kind of tried to edit it. Well, my mum helped me a bit last night and then I've taken over, so I'm just about to like type in all of these edits and hope that it brings the word count down by a lot. Also managed to spill some of like my pasta sauce from my lunch on it, so it was a bit mucky. Anyway, I'm really hoping that this will bring down my word count by a significant amount, although I don't think it's going to bring it down by quite enough, but it'll be somewhere to start, and I have 4 more days left until I have to hand this in, so I'm about to get on and do that. Oh yeah, please excuse this situation. It's my flatmate. Took loads of vinegar and salt and pepper and she didn't have a bag, and it ended up in my bag and she hasn't taken it back yet. but that is another story. Anyway, I will see you in the next clip. So I am editing my thingy again, as I was yesterday. I don't know what my hair is doing. But I edited out maybe 400 words yesterday, and I've still got 623 words left to remove. So I am just, again, I've printed it out again, and I'm starting to go through and try and reword things and remove things that aren't necessary. So that is what I am doing today. I feel like this vlog is like very repetitive, but it's like a realistic how I'm writing and planning a university essay. So I've just finished my second edit of my essay, and I've still got over 300 words to remove, but I'm going to leave it for tonight and come back and finish it tomorrow. I've removed like 700 words today, which has taken a very long time, and it's now 20 past 6 and I'm going to make myself some dinner. So after 7 days of doing this essay, I am finally done. After I did that edit earlier, I messaged it to my mum and she just went through it with me now and gave me some more ideas on how to further like tighten up the language and stuff. So it's finally done. I'm gonna leave it now, come back to it tomorrow, read over it, make sure everything actually makes sense, and then send it off. So then I will be free for the rest of the week, because strikes at universities means I don't have anything till Friday. So I'm just going to get like some of my other work done, try and see what we would have been doing in lectures had they not cancelled them. Anyway, I'm so happy it's finally finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and kind of saw how I go through the process of writing and planning a university essay for English literature. Obviously I didn't really show you exactly what I was writing, and I can't really do that because of like we're not even allowed to plagiarize ourselves, so obviously I'm not going to put like current work I'm working on the internet, because someone might see it and copy it and then it would be plagiarized, and that would just be really sad for me. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found it interesting, helpful, whatever. Let me know any of your like planning or writing tips for English literature essays, whether it be GCSE, A-level or university, down in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Bye!